All right, welcome back. This one from Kevin Samuels is interesting. Let's break it down.
Is the weight component as far as being high value.
The weight,
Yeah.
a
For
woman's
example,
weight,
if you,
a woman's weight.
yeah, yeah, like for example, if you have other qualities.
Well, let me ask you this: how old are you?
I'm 24.
224. All right. How important is the money component for a man?
It's important.
How important?
Um, like very important.
If you had to rank it in order of, if you had to rank it, how high up would it be?
Number one.
That's where the weight is.
Okay. I just noticed that when you talk about the weight, you don't have like a range for the weight, but like
Yeah, I
a
do.
healthy weight
Yeah, I do.
is a
Yeah, I
range.
do have a. I have a range. It's something and below, because I'm talking about the kind of men women say they want. Don't deal with overweight women.
Okay. Um, but specifically, I was referring to the caller that called before, who was 5'7" and 150
You
something
need to be. You need
pounds.
to be under 145 pounds as a woman, regardless as to your height. 140, 145 pounds. Is that you, or do you weigh more than that?
No, that's me. But
Huh?
I'm short. I'm in that range, but I'm short.
Okay. So why are you, if you're in your range, why are you concerned about other women's range? I'm curious.
Oh, because you always say that, well, I'm 5'4", and you
Uh huh.
always say that, like, at my height, you should
Hundred.
be 120,
Yep.
but I'm over this amount. I'm 140,
Okay.
but I think I still look good.
You can think. Okay. What does your husband say?
I'm not married.
All right. See, one thing you ladies gonna have to get your mind around is you want men to earn, but you want it to be flexible on your beauty and your weight. It's not. And I get dinged for saying it. Oh, and I hear people pulling out, well, this Serena Williams. Look, man, uh, the smaller the woman, the bigger the ring. And
I
the
don't think,
okay, you
sorry,
don't,
not to cut you
but
off.
but okay, but see, I get it. You don't have to like it, and you don't have to, whatever you think, ma'am. I put it to you this way: the guys I know, my clients, the men at this level, this is what they're saying too. This is what they marry. And why is it that you want to go back and forth about a pound or two here? Why don't you just get in the gym and lose the weight and give men what they say they want? If you
It's
want a
not
man
that
at that level,
easy.
huh?
It's not that simple.
I don't. Well, guess what? Do you want to? Do you? Would you like to marry a man that's earning $300,000 or more, so you don't have to work and have kids and work from home?
Yeah, I think everybody will like that.
Well, guess what, ma'am? How easy do you think that is? I guarantee. Let me tell you something else, young lady. Men at that level would gladly switch places with you and simply lose weight and be fit and attractive and easy to get along with versus having to get out there and fight with the sharks. This is entitlement. It's not easy. So
Hmm.
that's why the women that do
Okay.
it can get it. I mean, do you understand? I'm trying to be reasonable, but do you understand what you're saying? It's not easy. So push
Okay.
away from the table, exercise, or marry a man that you know. Well, those, see, these are your options. And what do you ladies think about what I just said? Because I want to have you ladies talk about this stuff too, and ask the questions that you guys want to ask. And I'll be willing to ask. Jordan, you can unmute, and Emma, you can unmute.
Okay.
What do you think about what she was saying?
About it being
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I have heard women say, it it the weight requirement is restrictive, and
uh,
pretty much
Um,
it's not fair. It's not easy. Go ahead.
I think, well, and I'm 20, so it might be, my advice might be taken seriously, but I think you should want to do it for yourself, because so many diseases just come from like being overweight alone. Um, so I personally think it's just about like taking care of your own body. That's just me. I like to eat healthy. I like to exercise because it makes me feel good, but it doesn't hurt that it also, helps with men too. So that's my opinion on it.
Godiva?
I definitely agree with what she was saying. I think that was Jordan. I definitely agree with what she's saying. Honestly, treating yourself well and just going the extra step. Like once you start getting into a whole routine of working out and everything like that, it just changes your outlook on so many other things. And I feel like anytime when I'm eating like really bad food, that's when I'm like not my full potential. So I can't.
Okay, okay, but I have I think you said you're like 157, and another young lady said she was like 140. And the thing is, um, even if you look back in the 70s, you're all too young, but go back and look at an actress called Pam Grier. She was a dress size 8, and she was hella voluptuous. People talk about Thelma on Good Times. She was a dress size 6 or 4 or 6. You ladies gonna have to get the fact that if okay, just like I said, money or income is tops for you because you want a man who's earning enough money to where you have the ability to work or not work and all these other kind of things. Well, if you're not you aren't going to budge off that, or that's important to you. What I'm really hearing from you ladies is you don't really feel like you should have to give a man what they want. It comes across as entitlement in the sense that women tell men what they think they deserve by their attitude and their appearance.
I can stand to lose some weight. I've been trying to work out, so I can't really say that this is just my own personal journey that I
Okay.
wanted to lose a little bit more. So I can't
You
really
wanted to weigh more?
know. I wanted to lose a little bit more weight, but I am a little bit curvier. So I just thought that it wasn't that bad, but yeah.
It's here's the thing. You gotta look at what men pick. See, go look at men who are successful or with money, and look at their wives. And you can't look at wives they get when they were in their early 20s and they go through. Look at a second wife.
Yeah, it's
How often do you see second wives who are overweight? Second wives are usually young, hot, right? Yes.
No, you're absolutely right. I know men are very visual, so
Well, yeah, and that's our prerogative. See, the thing is, there was a time when you ladies used to accept it and say, "Well, shit, if I want that kind of a man, I got to do it." Now it's almost like, well, I think I'm fine. All right, but you're not. But you're not getting. But it's not getting you the outcome, meaning a relationship or a husband. It's not getting you what you want.
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and unmute. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
So not to discredit anything that you're saying, but what do you think about the studies that have been done that has shown that men actually prefer curvier women as
Well,
opposed to
you
um,
can't discredit what I'm saying because my clients are the ones who get to pick. You can find a study that will substantiate your point of view all day long. But the reality is, if you look at men who are successful, wealthy, well off, look at what they pick. And see, my problem with what you're saying is you're still going to what, but yeah, but it shouldn't be that way. Honestly, let me ask you, do you think it's fair? that you have to have a weight standard and a beauty standard?
No, I don't think it's fair.
Well, then guess what? Buy a dog, because that is an incredibly entitled position. You think someone should have to get out and go conquer the world, sit you down so you never have to work, and all you got to do is be a certain maintain to be a beautiful wife for him? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't have. Here's the beautiful thing: you don't have to. You don't have to do anything. But what do you think the likelihood you're going to get a man, the kind of man you say you want?
Probably not very likely.
Okay, and then if that's the case, and we plan out life all the way, and you die alone, or you live unhappy because you had to settle for something you didn't want, you can't blame men. Because you will say at 24 years old, I had a conversation with a guy and he tried to tell me, but I was too stubborn, too entitled to do what was necessary to get what I wanted, and I got what I got.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what men see. It'd be no different than if I said, "Hey, man, you want to date a dime, you want an Instagram model, you want a baddie, right? Great, but all you want to do is work second shift at Walmart, and you want to live in a Cracker Jack's apartment driving a beat up truck." You would say, "Well, yeah, he doesn't deserve that. He wouldn't deserve a baddie, right?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
or would
that's
he?
correct.
Well. So what you're showing is that women who share your opinion are of no value to successful, high value men.
Mm-hmm.
And all ladies need to ask, what do men want? Joanne, go ahead. Joanne, go ahead.
Yeah, so I agree with both of you guys. I think for the weight, it depends on your body fat percentage and your composition. So like sometimes like if you're like more busty.
Well, it does, but that's why the dress size is always there. I mean, there's nothing that says 120 pounds. It's a dress size, roughly a dress size 2 or 4, growing up to a 6. Being larger than a 6, if you're extremely busty, then stuff off the rack isn't made for you. But the ultimate point is less. Don't go up. Don't go up. Go down. Because you don't want a man to go down in income. You want him to go up.
Yeah, I agree. I just feel like it's how you look overall.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look like, slim and nice, then.
So why is it that you ladies, because I think, you're being honest, and women do feel like it's unfair that they have to maintain a weight and a beauty standard. Where did that come? Where does that come from?
Am I mute?
Huh?
Oh, I'm not on mute. Am I? No.
Nobody's on mute.
Oh, okay. I think my opinions are kind of unpopular because I am in the danger zone. I do think that it's just the double standard that we both have to it's like a social contract, So we expect men to have money, so men expect the women to be beautiful. So I understand it. It's an unwritten rule, so I accept it.
I don't necessarily think it's a double standard. It's just a standard. Mm-hmm. I think it's what men should get for making themselves special.
No, because I know a lot of women will complain. Well, if a guy's as big as me, like what's the issue? And I'm saying basically, well,
if a guy, what do you say? I don't. If a guy is as big as you, then what?
No, so I'm saying like a lot of women will be like, well, why is it that fat men are always like they're looked at as sex symbols, but like a fat woman isn't? And
because he's not fat and broke.
No, that's exactly what I'm agreeing with you.
Because he's not fat and broke. Because fat broke men are not looked at as sex symbols.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying, that there is like it is like a double standard, but at the same time it's fair.
It is. It's. See, we get that double standard is trying to make us equal. You and I are not equals. I am supposed to produce. You're supposed to be attractive. See, if a man were to be the pretty, attractive, fit mate that sat at home while the wife went out and earned, he would be a house husband or a kept man, and society would look at him some way. If you were that, society wouldn't blink one bit. But the thing is, in particular, this seems to be a real sticking point for black women. And if you don't want to, you would rather, I don't understand why a lot of you are got your heels dug in the ground, that you'd rather get up, go to college, go into debt, and have to go work for the rest of your life, buy a dog or a cat, instead of getting your ass in the gym, staying fit, feminine, and friendly, rocking your own hair, and being what a man says he wants. Because here's a news flash for you, ladies. White women are coming after your successful black men. Latina women are coming after them hard, and they have all the strengths that brothers like. They are curvy. They got the hips and the butt and the legs and everything. Y'all got competition. So while you sit back talking about you ain't gonna do nothing, Latinas are like, that's just fine.
No, you're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right.
I definitely can like attest to that, like especially going to Emory, that it really is that serious for them. So
Emory is doing what?
I know, I'm just saying, like going to Emory, like, you know, it's predominantly white. So I'm just saying, like, I've seen that. And like,
So, and what ends up happening is when brothers end up dating up, 1/3 of the men who marry and have bachelors or higher, of the black men who marry that have bachelors or higher, 1/3 of them are marrying non-black women. I don't care how you slice it. That's men who have a higher earning potential. The question is why? And while there's no facts to support it, I do see correlation, if not causation. As weight of women has increased, marriages have decreased. And if you ladies can see that we live in an open society now, and there's no more real taboos on IR dating, why are you content to let somebody come in your yard and take your dog? That's what I don't understand. Why y'all? Go ahead.
I feel like sometimes, like when we're having this discussion, I feel like a pick Misha, but like at the end of the day,
Stop right there. Who made up Pick Misha?
A lot of black women.
What do these black women look like?
How they look.
How old are these black women?
They're past the danger zone.
Danger zone!
And how do they look like?
They're not cute.
So a Pick Misha is a word to keep you what?
Oh, of course, single. I understand that.
But so you need to say I am. You need to get a shirt that says I'm a Pick Misha. Pick Misha proud. You need to get a Pick Misha proud shirt. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I mean, you guys can see one another. I got you guys on here so you can talk. I mean, I'm here to talk with you.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a lot of things that make black women think it's okay. I genuinely don't understand the psyche of it, but I guess because I've always been kind of small too, like it just seems natural for me to go ahead and start working out to maintain that. But I really don't know. I don't know. And I think a lot of times, like, as far as what I've seen, like a lot of women will end up, getting into relationships where the man they're with will make them feel comfortable with it. And then they'll just kind of completely let themselves go. And so that's even more detrimental.
But let me ask you a question. Jordan. And I see you in the chat room, Aisha. The men that are with these women who let themselves go, okay,
Yeah.
are these successful or high value men?
Not in my opinion, no.
Hell no. So guess what? It's easier to keep you on the plantation with my broke ass if you fat.
That's true.
Man, this conversation becomes interesting almost immediately because she's 24 years old. She's confident and she's very clear about the kind of man she wants. She describes someone who's successful, disciplined, financially secure, emotionally mature, ambitious, and ready to build a family. It's an impressive list, and Kevin doesn't criticize her for wanting those qualities. Instead, he asks a different question. What changes are you willing to make to attract that kind of man? She answers almost immediately, none. She believes the right man should simply accept her exactly as she is. If he truly loves her, he'll adapt to her lifestyle, her habits, and her personality without expecting her to grow or change. In her mind, asking her to improve anything about herself is the same as asking her to become someone she's not. Kevin pauses, then quietly asks, "So if the man you're describing is constantly improving himself, why would he expect nothing from the woman he chooses?" The room becomes silent. Because she never looked at it from that perspective. The more she explains herself, the more obvious the contradiction becomes. She expects the man she wants to be disciplined. She expects him to work on himself. But when the conversation shifts toward her own growth, she says she shouldn't have to change anything. Kevin points out something important. Relationships aren't one-sided. Growth isn't one-sided.